Hello everyone, welcome to Civil Mania. So in today's lecture I'll be telling about how to create the beams and columns in Tekla structures. So let me start with Tekla structures. So as you can see here, after opening the interface it will show in this manner, and remember that in this software I have installed the Indian environment because it's very necessary for the construction of any beams and columns with respect to the Indian IS code. So it's necessary to install the India environment. So after that, as you can see here, this is the interface it will show you after starting the software. After that you need to press Ctrl P. After pressing the Ctrl P, as you can see here, it will the 3D view will show you in the form of a plan view. After that you can simply double click in this grids in order to open this properties, rectangular grids properties. Now you can set accordingly, such as first one is the 0, then the second one is the 2 at the 6000. So 6000 along the X, and along the Y it's also 6000. So what you can do is set as in the X direction. Let me set as 2 at 3000 and 2 at 3000. So modify it. So I have set 3000 and 3000. Similarly in the Y direction also, let me set the grids at, suppose 3 at, sorry, let me suppose use 2 only, 2 at 4500. After that modify it. So as you can see here, this one is 3000, this one is 4500. Now first one is at 0, second one is at 3000, third height I will set it at 6000 height. Modify it, which you will able to see this one in the 3D view, the Z value. After that, this one is X, this one is Y, and the Z is the perpendicular view, which will be shown only, which we will able to see in the 3D view only. After that, A, B, C notation, 1, 2, 3 notations. Okay, now the third notation, it should be 6000. Modify it. Now everything is done. Okay, everything is done as per the coordinate system. Now close it. After closing it, what you need to do is you need to click in the column part. After that, click in the intersection. So this one is the column which I have created. After that, press the escape button. After pressing the escape button, you need to double click it. After double clicking it, you will be able to see the column. You will be able to see the column properties. Just wait. The property of the column, as you can see here, these are the column properties. So this one is a one kind of column. Its width is 400 by 400. You can also edit it here. See, as I have selected the Indian profile says, so all Indian profile says will be available here. So width is h is 400, height is 400. Width and the height both are 400 by 400. So these are the values, which is it's both the dimension are 400 by 400. Even I can change its dimension. Suppose I will change this one is the H and this one is the B. Suppose I can change its dimension to 450 by 400. Okay, now you click on apply, it will get changed. Then after that, modify it. After that, after changing its dimensions, now I can, after changing its dimensions, now I can change it material also. Suppose this one is the M30, because I have changed to Indian environment, so it's showing M10, M15 and all this concrete codes, mixed design. So let me suppose I will make the concrete column of M30. Apply it. Okay, then modify it. So this one is M20. After that, suppose I will make the concrete column color as red color. Modify it. Now change here to write here as column. After writing here column, simply click on save. After that, close it. Now suppose I will create another column. Simply click on the another column, click it here. After clicking in the another column, as you can see here, if I will click in this same column, I will be able to see that the column has been created and each of same dimensions, or else you can change each dimensions by simply clicking in the column and modifying it. Suppose let me press the escape button 2 to 3 times. After that, suppose I will click it here and I will make one column. So as you can see here, now all my columns are created of the same nature as I have created the first one. So this is how I have created the columns. After the creation of all the columns, now you can press the Control P button in order to check it. See, all the columns are now being created. After that, again press Control P. Now I need to create the beams, and for the creation of the beams, what you need to do is simply click in beams, click in beam. After that, you need to create beam from one to another. This one is the beam which I have created. Now from here to here, this one is the another beam I have created. After that, right click and interrupt, or simply press the escape button. As you can see here, now I have created the beam as well. Let me create another one beam in the y direction as well. So I have created the beam in both x and y direction as well. After that, go to the 3D view, again press Ctrl P button. As you can see here, now my beam is being created at the bottom portion. So what you will do is simply select all the 4 beams. After selecting all the 4 beams, let me go to the properties. After going to the properties, let me select the beams. See, after double clicking, the beam menu will arise. Now after that, what you will do is you will select the beam one by one by pressing the control button. First beam selected, second beam selected, third beam selected, and fourth beam selected. As you can see here, the number is also increasing here. 4 beams selected. So all the beams has been selected. After that, at depth, select as middle. After selecting as the middle, you need to set the height as 3000. 3000 means it will move above. Modify it. So it has been moved to the 3000 mm. After that, close it. Now again go to Control P. After pressing Control P, now select the beam one by one. These 2 beam I have selected. Now after selecting, right click it and copy it. Copy. Copied. Then press the escape button. After that, again select this 2 select this 2 by this one beam and this beam. You need to select the 2 beams. This is the one beam and this is the another beam. By pressing the control button, select the 2 beams. Now again right click it, copy. Now copy it. Copied. Then right click, interrupt, or press the escape button. Now as you can see here, now let me again press the Control P button. As you can see here, now my beams has been created. Let me do one thing. Let me again press the Control P button. After pressing the Control P button, right click. Let me select one of the grid line. After selecting one of the grid line, right click and select on along the grid lines. After selecting along the grid lines, select on create. After clicking on select on create, now 3D view is visible view. Now what are the views I require? Such as I require the one view, so I require one view. Okay, I require another one view. Which view I require? Second view I require is, let me go to the 3D view. Then let me go to the 3D view. I require one view. I require three view. That is, I require the 3 view. Then I require the, again go to the 3D view. I require the C view and A view and C view. And after that I require plan at 3000 and I require plan at 6000. Okay, now close this one. Okay, or press OK or close this one. After that you can simply close this one and you can go to the Windows and select the view which you require. I will go to the 3D view. After going to the 3D view, as I can see from my 3D view, by pressing the Control P button or by simply going to the Windows button and selecting the grid view button, as I can see here, my columns are not up to the height of 6 meter. So what I will do is I will go again to the 3D view. After going to the 3D view, let me select all the columns. What I will do is I will select the column. After selecting the column, double click it. After double clicking, I have selected the column. Now I will set the height to 6000 and modify it. After it is being modified, now save to column and save it and modify it. In column I need to save to 6000 and modify it. Now again let me go to the column and check what is the height here. Your height is 5000. Again change it to 6000 and after changing to the 6000 here, let me go to the column here. After going to the column, change it to 6000 or let me change to column 1. Or let me do one thing. I have done as 6000. After writing 6000, I will go to the column and I will modify this one and I will save it. After that, let me again check this column by double clicking it. Its height is moved as 6000. Now let me go to the another one column. As its height you can see here, let me make it as 6000. Again click it here, let me make it as 6000. Now let me go to the 3 view. After going to the 3 view, you can see here it has been moved to the, again go to the 3D view. So make all these columns as 5000. You make it as 6000. Then again make this one as, instead of 5000, make it as 6000. Enter it. After that, again make this one as, instead of 5000, make it as 6000. This is how we can edit it. 6000. So very important, remember, always try to make one column properly. After that you need to copy from one column to the from one position to the other position, because it's very difficult to individually set the properties to each and all columns. Now let me go to the 1 view, 6000. okay, let me go to the 3 view, 6000. let me go to the A view, 6000, and let me go to C view, 6000. So everything is now okay. So I have created one of the beam. After creating one of the beam, let me now select these two beams. After selecting these two beam, I will right click it and I will copy. After copying it, let me copy from here to here. Right click it, interrupt. So this is how I have copied. So again, let me go to the 3D view, or do one thing, let me go from the 3D view to the plan at 6000. So this one I have copied. So let me now go to the 3 view. Let me go to the 3 view and let me copy these two columns. What I will do is I will select these two columns. I will right click it, copy it from after that, copying from here to here, I will copy it. Then again right click, interrupt. After that, as I can see, I will move to the plan at 3000. Everything is okay. Now let me move to the plan at 6000. So now what I will do is I will copy it. So for that, what I will do, I will select the beams by pressing the control button. After that, right click it, copy it, 1 2 3, done. Then right click, interrupt. Then again select these two beams, right click, copy. After that, what I will do is I will copy from here to here and then here. Then either I will press the escape button or right click, interrupt. So this is how I have created. Now let me go to the grid at 1. See, now let me go to the grid at 3. okay, grid at A, okay, grid at C, okay. So everywhere now I have created. So this one is the plan at 3000 and this one is the plan at 6000. So hope it's clear to all of you how to create the beams and columns. Suppose in the plan at 3000, I want to create a beam of a rounded shape. Then what I will do is I will simply go to the concrete portion, and after that I will move to I will select the beam and I will select Polybeam. After selecting Polybeam, what I will do is from here, from its center button, suppose I will click the beam up to here. After that, I will move the beam in this position, and again I will move the beam in this position. So this is how I have created the beam. As you can see here, this is how I have created the beam. So even you can go to the 3D view and you can go to the 3D view and press the Control P and you can check it how it looks like. This is how the beam it looks like. So again, let me move to the 6000 view. Now suppose I want to make the two edges rounded. Then what I will do is simply I will click the beam. Simply I will click the beam. After clicking the beam, as you can see here, there are two nodes present at the edges. I will double click in these two edges. After double clicking at these two nodes, this concrete beam corner chamfer arises. Now I can convert the edges to any kind of shape, like square, parallel, square, arc, rounding. Suppose I will do rounding of radius. Suppose I will provide the radius of 1000 and modify it. This is how we can move the edges round. Suppose I will click in the second corner and I want to do a chamfer. a line of x distance 500, y distance 500, then I'll modify it. So this is how we can convert the beams to any kind of shape by using polybeam. After that, even I can, now what I can do is I can move to the 3 grids. After moving to the 3 grids, as I can see here, I can provide the beam up to 3 grids. After moving to the 3 grid, what I can do is I can select the beams which are present here. I have selected the beams. Now right click it, copy it. After right clicking, copy it. Now what I will do is I will select from this level to this level. So this is what I have done it. Now right click it, interrupt, or press the escape button. So this is clear to all of you. See, this is how I have created it in the 3D view. Now if I will go to the plan at 6000, I have created. Even I go to plan at 3000. So this is how I have created. Suppose I want to create the same thing on the other side. What I will do is I will select the beam. After selecting the beam, I will right click it and I will copy spatial. I will mirror it. After mirroring it, what I will do is, okay, now I will mirror. After selecting, right click, copy spatial, mirror. After that, what I will do is I need to select the mirror points. For that, as you can see here it's written pick the first point for the mirroring line. This one is the first point of the mirroring line. This one is the second point of the mirroring line. After that, click on copy. The same thing will be mirrored. So this is how we can mirror this same image from here to here. So hope it's clear to all of you how to create the mirror image as well for the beams, and how to copy and how to create the full figure. So now I'll clearly show you the 3D figure. Go to the 3D view, and this is how I have created. Okay, I have not created the mirror in the 3000 mm height. I have created for the 6000. So hope this is clear to all of you how to create the beams and columns in Tekla structures. So thanks for watching my video. If there is any doubt, you can ask me in the comment section. Then have a good day. Take care.